Hey, ladies.
Hey, Amy.
Hey,
Amy.
yay. Did your son have basketball tonight after all with the weather?
Nope. Nope. But clearly this needed to happen the way it did. We're all so excited.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm just waiting to hear back from him. But I'm super pumped for this. I'm like baffled that he said yes to doing this for us because he doesn't do that very often. I like
I gotta tell you, what, Amy?
no, sorry. I was just saying I feel like we need some music while we're waiting.
I have to tell you guys, so far, the worst part of this reset is the restore. I had everything I could do to drink that last night. The rest of it, not a problem, but that I was like, oh my goodness.
I'm pretty sure you're not alone right
now. What's that, Amy?
I was just saying, I'm pretty sure you're not alone in that, Lisa. I'm right there with you. Restore was not my favorite at all, but I made it work as a tea, right? And I chugged it down.
But. Yeah, that's what I was told last night, try heating it tonight and see if that makes a difference. So
yeah, I liked it warmed up for sure. I'm getting nervous because I haven't heard anything back from him
yet. I have to tell you though,
we can always pivot. It's totally fine.
I know that he just turned 32. It just finished his birthday weekend. So, and he was like doing a bunch of stuff with like an orphanage for autistic children at a little school. And it's just like his heart is just, it's just so beautiful, you know. Not that all of yours on hearts on here aren't beautiful. It's just like seeing like everything that he's just doing is just incredible. And I was telling Abby earlier that seeing what he's doing and everything, and he just turned 32, and it just reminds me of just how we can go after our dreams and they can happen and they'll become reality as we push through it and get out of the comfort zones and all that stuff. And of course the head trash doesn't help, so like pushing through all the head trash and all of that. So yeah. I do have to mention I am loving this book very much. Exactly what today.
Jones.
Oh my gosh. Who here has already received a copy? Like who already ordered a copy of it and has it like physically with them? Like if you don't have this yet, it's literally like game changer. It's amazing. Yeah,
it's so good. And if you go back through on the Plexus Ambassador page, Jack, hold on a second. Wait a minute. I'm down in the living room with my family. If you go down, if you scroll through the Plexus Ambassador community page and go to his book study that he did for Plexus, it is so good. So good. Definitely watch it.
Sounds like I'll have to go back and do that. Yeah, I was just like breezing through it earlier and I was just like, where has this been all of our lives? Okay, so he just needs a few more minutes and he'll be joining us. Um, I thought I bookmarked it in here. There was like so many good, there was like one certain page that really struck out at me too in this book, and I thought I like bent the little page by bookmarking it. Apparently I forgot to do that, but it's seriously no joke with like changing a couple of words that can make all the difference in the results that we get from our conversations with just reach outs and all of that and like pushing through it. And like making people oh, I want to find it. Oh, this says how would you feel if you turned this around? How would you feel if this decision like led to your dreams? And anyways, yeah, I really like this book. I think it's gonna be full of highlighting because I just started digging into it. So does
He has
anybody
another one too that's called like exactly how to sell or something like that. I haven't read that one too, but I got them at the same time. I just haven't cracked it open yet.
I'm gonna have to get that one too, Abs. Oh my goodness. What has anybody had for like a win for this past week? I know we're like just started with Monday this week, but like from last Monday to this Monday, like anybody want to share a win that they've had for the week while we're waiting? Go ahead, Abs.
Okay, the win is the send a cart.
Yes. I
It
know.
is phenomenal. I've used it twice already. And it is so effortless and I love it so much.
It's stinking awesome. I was on our Motivation Monday call tonight with corporate and they were sharing, like Genevieve was saying how they're fixing all the little tweaks so that it'll be easier for people to add like extra products in addition to the welcome packs and stuff using that. So I'm super pumped. I have not personally used it yet, but I'll be digging into it probably tonight after my kids go to sleep. I can't wait.
Okay, so I'm gonna pick everybody's brain while I have you guys here. Speaking of this share cart, so I just sent my link again. So I've done this a couple times now, and it's really fun, I have to say. So with the custom welcome packs, has anybody done that yet? Because I'm trying to do that now, and it's looking like I cannot send the welcome pack. Only it's showing like one-time purchase, but not the welcome pack price. Anybody have any advice on that? Like, do I have to have them go directly to the website and then walk them through the steps, or?
What is the question again? I'm doing that right now for somebody, build a cart with a custom.
Yeah, and it's not giving me the option to send as a welcome pack with the custom.
Yeah, Amanda, I tried doing that today as well, and I was not able to figure out how to send it with the custom pack. So I don't know if
Okay.
it's something.
Yeah, I think Genevieve touched on that tonight on our corporate call. So once the recording goes out, if you guys, I don't know, I think it might be helpful with what she shared tonight. She did say that they're working on other little tweaks with the share a cart thing. So hopefully she didn't give like a specific time frame other than very soon. Because they're obviously getting our feedback as we're trying to use it and finding all these other little
I
hiccups.
just did a custom welcome pack for somebody and it worked okay. Are you logged into your account?
I am. I'm on my account and I see like every single welcome pack, and then I'm seeing where it says custom basics one combo welcome pack. But then when I look at the price, it shows the 136. And then I clicked on it and, customized it and then hit the share this product. And it said, would you like to share this product directly into a cart? Copy link, it does all that. And even when I send it, when she got to the checkout option, she was showing that it was not the welcome pack price.
Oh.
Yeah, that's what happened for me too. So it's showing up as the combo pack. So
Mm-hmm.
you can send the custom combo pack, but not as a welcome pack for the
Right.
share cart option. That's what I was finding as well.
Okay.
Yeah,
because I
because
was able to share everything else, the other regular welcome packs, but the combo ones for some reason
Yeah.
are not, or the custom.
That's exactly what I'm showing. Because I just had another girl, she signed up with like a regular welcome pack, and then this girl needed a custom. And like we've tried it so many different ways, we put the code in and everything, and she's still not getting the welcome pack price. So I'm wondering if I should have her like just, I don't know what to do now. Like have her start over, like clear that, and then
Yeah, I was thinking I'm probably just going to have them sign up the regular way.
okay.
Just go through your link
Okay.
and then give them the instructions just like the old way we would do it, until I'm sure corporate, they're working on figuring that out. But I asked in a different thread too, and they didn't know any other way to do it either.
Okay, that's good to know. Thank you. And Abby, if you send yours and it goes through, let us know, like if you did something different
Yeah.
or
Oh,
what
It
happened.
didn't. After you said that, I clicked on the link before I sent it to the customer, and it wasn't a welcome pack price.
Oh, okay.
Our guest speaker has arrived. Hey, Coach B.
Hello. I apologize for the delay. Doing technical issues, all of the above. Health issues. We're good. We're good though. I'm gonna be jumping on the camera now. I had to just set up a little. Y'all know when you gotta improvise your little studio, so just give me a second because my electrical cord came out for a second. And we're good. Third world country problems. All right, let's go. What is up? What is up? How are all stars doing out here? I see we got Abby, Lisa, Brooke, Sarah, Andrea, Violetta. I can't see the other names, but hello, hello. Amy, I'm guessing you gave a little bit of an introduction of who I am.
I didn't yet because I just wanted to have you hop on first, but I can now if you want, unless you want to give your short little bio.
I'll let you introduce me. How's the service, by the way? And do you guys have a little extra time because does it have to cut off because I came in a little late? Can you stay till like 45 or do you have to cut off at 30 on the dot? Just to respect time.
I think most of us will be cool. So, just to give you all like a short bio of Coach Branden here. He is a certified John Maxwell coach. He's a brand consultant, social media marketing expert, high performance coach, former health and fitness coach, speaker in 90 countries, founder of his growth academy that just launched 9 weeks ago. And I'm a scholar in that. 3 times Mr. USA, and he's a singer, recording artist, currently working on his first album. And he has lots more beyond that, but I will stop there. And he is on Instagram mostly. He's also on Facebook, so he can be followed on both platforms. He is also on Clubhouse and TikTok, but I don't think as much on TikTok, but there you have it.
Awesome. All right. So I want to let y'all know today's topic is let it all go. Let it all go. You're all in network marketing. So you're all battling your demons in the process of growth. Why? because you're going against the seductive spirit of staying the same, of staying in the job that you do not like, of staying in the home that you know that you need more space in, and in having a closet that your clothes doesn't fit in anymore, and you know you need more space, you know you need more room, but your comfort zone just feels so uncomfortably comfortable. And this is the moment that you let it all go. And the reason you're going to let it go is because you're going to believe that there is more. There is more. And what we're going to talk about in the branding is you branding you. You have to show up as a star if you want people's attention. I know it sounds superficial and vain and all of this, but how bad do you want your dream to happen? And attention, wherever attention goes, money flows, influence goes. A billboard catches your attention, right? You have to be that billboard. A preview catches your attention, but what is it? It's like explosions, it's this, or if it's a love story, oh my gosh, they're about to kiss, all this excitement. You have to show up as an influencer. If y'all are doing social media marketing, put away the imposter syndrome of, oh, I'm just figuring this out along the way. Stop the humility and that humbleness. It's not going to get you money. I'm here to tell you, let it all go. And the first thing y'all need to let go of is the subconscious audience of people that are your critics, ones who told you drop that business. Stop that little thing that you're doing. Let it go. No, what you need to do is let them go from your subconscious audience. I could definitely attest that I was in a network marketing company for several years, and what it taught me was to break my fear of talking to strangers. Let it go. Let it go. And I want to tell you, one of the easiest way to talk to strangers is showing up online. You'll be talking to people that you don't even know are listening to you. It's still my birthday in the US. My birthday just ended out here in the Philippines, but it's still my birthday out there. Thank you. And I got a bunch of birthday messages, and from some people that I didn't even know I was impacting their lives. And I need to tell you something. You need to let go of the critics so that you can meet your cheerleaders. You need to meet your supporters, but you have to let go of the people that you're trying to perform for so you could begin to perform for purpose and be the fullness of who you are. Let it go. So I want you to start making a let go list. You know, when you're about to move out and you start realizing I have unnecessary things in this house, let me just get rid of this stuff. Well, you're about to move into a whole nother level in business. And it's beyond your network marketing company. What's going to happen with your network marketing company is it's going to build your ability to build. So on top of what you're doing in your company, you're going to start wanting to create t-shirts. You're going to want to sell mugs. You're going to want to do little things to start getting passive income in so many other ways. Because I could tell you right now, your top leaders, they're doing other projects too. They're maximizing their wealth, right? Well, you first have to believe that you can do that. And this is the first tool. And I'm going to tell you, just like when God told Moses, what's in your hand? And he had a shepherd's stick. What's in your hand? What's in front of you? Your computer and your phone. Through my computer, I didn't even have a computer until recently. Through my phone, I've reached and impacted 90 countries when I decided to show up online. I have over 45,000 supporters across 4 different platforms. I'm now speaking on some of the top rooms in Clubhouse, which is the audio app of business gurus. Opportunities are coming to me left and right, and it all started from my phone. Stop telling yourself, I need you to let go of the thought, oh, I'm too old for this. It's too late. I've wasted too much time. That's too many lies. You need to have that moment with yourself. And I said this yesterday in Clubhouse. I said, we're not going to dip our toes into greatness. We're going to dive in. We're going to scuba dive where you risk your life in the process. Because if you don't sacrifice for your greatness, you sacrifice your greatness for your comfort zone. This is the moment of truth where you realize that you have outgrown and you can't carry everyone up the mountain. So if people don't want to sit and talk business with you, you got to let them go too. Because right now, you can't be hanging out with village people who are telling you the village has the nicest views. You need to hang out with mountain dwellers. There's views that are way nicer at the top. I could tell you, as I've been traveling Asia and I've been seeing the world, It's because I'm not financially free, but I'm time free and I work fully for myself. And that's what y'all want to get to, right? Before you get to financially free, you also want to have full control of your time. You don't want to have a job. Does anybody here have a job still? You're working fully through your network marketing. Y'all have jobs, right? That's the first thing you want to let go, right? So in your mind, that's the first thing I let go of. I would not be this far if I held on to it. And it's funny, I was in a network marketing company and my buddy, I was trying to prospect him and he's like, "What's your why?" And I realized I never wrote down my why. So on a little post-it, I wrote my why. And then I put the why on the back of my phone and I had a clear phone case. So every time I was taking one of those like selfie pictures in the mirror, which I didn't realize I was preparing to be Mr. USA. I was just taking a photo. You don't realize, but your dream shows up before you recognize it. And you just have these passions and these desires. There's a reason why you want to let go of your job. It's because your dream is at the other end of it. And I'm not saying just pick up and drop it, but you got to pick up and drop it in your mind. My family is from Cuba. My grandfather was raised in poverty. And he used to sit on the streets and say, "I am going to get out of this mess." And the whole town would laugh at him like, "Oh, yeah, yeah. He's out of it because I'm here." I'm able to travel all across the world now because my grandfather decided to leave the poverty of Cuba. When you leave, you're also taking the next generations with you. I see we got ladies here. A mom who lives her dream is the best example for a daughter to do the same, for a son to do the same, for grandkids to do the same. Y'all could tell your kids, go live your dream, but if you're not doing it, you're really setting them up to believe that it's not possible. Yesterday, I sat down with kids with autism for my birthday, and I was showing them my adventures as Mr. USA, traveling to Thailand, wearing a sash, being on the cover of like these photos, all these things. And then I showed them the giraffes, I showed them zebras, I showed them everything. And I could see the little kid looking at me in awe. I want you to realize that this world, the reason you have a desire for greatness is because you are a template of freedom for people. This world is in bondage, and the bondage is their mind. I was listening to something the other day that it says that you're all in America. It says that America has a system that it makes people think that this is the best that we got. This 40-hour system is the best that you got. This retirement check is the best that you got. You pick up and travel the world, you realize it ain't that good. It ain't that good. It's picture perfectly painted in our textbooks, but let's be honest. Who here wants to see the world? Raise your hands. Who has big dreams? Who wants to build organizations for children, for abused women, for all these things? Who wants to expose sex traffickers? Like, you want to go in, you want to do big things. Well, realize you need big money. And if you need big money, people need to know who you are. So let go of the critics because you got to go big. Let go of playing small. Can you write that really big? I will let go of playing small. And what I've learned about network marketing, it's a lot less of the technical stuff and a lot more of the identity. It's the identity. In my network marketing team, I put such a strong identity with the brand that I had that I ended up being the health coach for over 1,000 people during a detox challenge. What did that do? That added to my resume. I detoxed over 1,000 people. Amplify your personal brand. Stop hiding behind your brand. Kylie Jenner sells lipstick. I mean, she sells a bunch of stuff, but it's Kylie Jenner that people are buying from. People want to buy from Amanda. People want to buy from Brooke. They want to buy from Amy. Not because your product is so awesome. Those people, yeah, they'll buy here and there. But if you want people to support everything that you do and encourage you along the way, you need your cheerleaders. But your greatest cheerleader needs to be you. And how do you tap into it? Let go of the logical adult. The logical adult is trying to write the numbers and figure it out. Go back to the little Brooke, the little Lisa, the little Ellen, the little Sarah, the little Lori. Go back into the little Jamie. Go back into the little Susan. I didn't know all you people were on here. I only saw the first part of it. Go back into the little versions of you, because you got to let go of this logical adult that's blocking you from building a sandcastle. As a little girl, is there any men on here? I don't want to be calling everybody a little girl. Okay, I see it's all ladies. As a little girl, you used to build sandcastles out of sand. Do you know what sand is?
We lost your audio. And we'll be right back after this special break. He's in the Philippines, so
So good, Amy. So good.
Yeah, sorry about that. It's just I have a MacBook and it likes to configure to my phone. So sometimes it's like, oh, we're gonna connect to your phone, and then because your phone could actually be your webcam, it's just, but then it cuts everything off. So I had to close my laptop. First world problems. Okay, so I just want y'all to write down on a sheet of paper, what must I let go of to grow who I need to be? Because let go, let's grow. Let go of old Amanda that decided to settle for a job, and let's grow Amanda who wants to draw out the map for her dreams. Because you can't go into the promised land with the wrong mindset, because you won't even recognize it. You see, you might have the right network right now, but you have the wrong internal network in your mind. So you have all the resources to reach the freedom, but you can't see it in yourself making it happen. You see, it's all about what's in your hand. And I need you to realize something. You were divinely created for such a time as this. You have a desire in your heart for such a time as this. Y'all work in the health industry. I want you to realize something. The greatest health is joy. Joy is the best medicine, and a broken spirit dries the bones. I truly believe the reason this world is filled with cancer is because it's filled with a bunch of people with cancerous spirits that are not living their dreams. When you go and live your dreams, you will make people healthy. When you go and build your dreams, you will make people feel better. You will give people a sense of hope. And when you show up online and show people the process, you see, when people shouted me out for my birthday, even my mama, who's not living her dreams, just put me up as like, oh, my world traveling son, he's living his dreams. Like that's showing her, dang, my son who had a vision board, a huge vision board that's still at the house. I was sleeping on the couch at her place, but I had a huge vision board because I had to make my vision my reality. And now I have my bachelor pad in the Philippines. So how did it happen so quickly? I showed up to the future version of me. I couldn't show up to the circumstance. Some of you are looking at your bank account more than you're looking at your dreams. The lack of dream is what's causing the bank account. If you write enough of your vision, you will have provision. But the lack of vision causes you to settle. And I want you to realize something, that as long as you hold on to what is not, you can't receive what is. So be clear on what is your desire and what is not. You have to have a power of saying no. And you know what? You got to set boundaries even with your kids. I'm going to teach you a high performance tip. I'm also a high performance coach. Beyond branding, I'm a high performance coach. Set out time slots to hang out with your kids so that you don't feel guilty when it's time to build your business and be at home. So you could say, hey, mommy had a play date with you, but now mommy has a play date with her dreams. Teach them that dreams are real. You see, the last time you do a vision board is in kindergarten. Then after that, they give you spelling bees and they're teaching you a bunch of information, but they don't teach you who you are. So the problem that you're trying to figure out right now is you're like, wait, who am I? Who am I? Why do I have this desire to build these? Like, who am I? I was just this person in school, not the greatest at tests. I need you to let go that you're not intelligent. Let it go. You are. The human mind is so powerful. Every human has the ability to learn tons of languages and problem solve. You are a problem solving machine. And you know what proves that you're a problem solving machine? Move to another country with no security blanket. You will figure things out. I did it. I came here with one luggage. I was supposed to be competing in Man of the World. And I'm like, I decided to stay. But when I said I decided to stay, I had one luggage, no plans for rent, no friends, no family out here, by myself. And I figured it out. The reason you're not believing in your problem solving ability is because every problem has been handed to you already solved. And network marketing, it's not solved. You can have your upline tell you a lot of things, but it's the way you do it. And I was the first person in my previous company that was using Instagram. Everybody was just doing their whole meeting. Nobody was doing Zooms. Everything was more like in person. And I said, no, I'm going to show up online. I'm going to show up online. I ended up selling across almost every continent products because I showed up online. If you have a different way of doing it, you're not wrong. You're innovating. There's nothing wrong with innovation. Do you know that cars, there was a resistance against cars? They're like, no, we should stay in horses. We should stay on horses. Let's just hang out on the horses. And then when it was time to do the airplane, no, let's leave the air for the birds. Thank God we didn't leave the air for the birds, because how are we going to get to Asia? Who's going to rock their little boat all the way out here? I need y'all to realize that your innovation is also the template for somebody else, that your team will be blessed through your innovation. Your ability to create something new is going to bless everybody under you. And something, because I'm also a John Maxwell speaker and coach, and he says it's not about the willpower, it's the why power. Amanda, I'm going to pick on you. Amanda, if I put you on one of these skyscrapers, let's see, because this is the Philippines, by the way. If y'all look, it's daytime. Oh, is it blurry? Never mind. We can't. Wait, how do you do this? Right there. You see there's a skyscraper. Let's clean the screen before we see the skyscraper. Okay. You see the skyscraper, right? If I told you got to take one tightrope from the one on the right to the one on the left, would you do it? You can unmic.
Am I the only Amanda on here right now, or?
Well, you're the one I'm looking at. If I said for
Okay.
for $200, would you do it? For $200, would you go from one tightrope to the other?
No.
Okay. Do you have kids?
Yes,
Would you do it for your kids?
I would try.
Okay.
If I thought I had a fighting
Yup.
chance.
But you see, at first she's like, no. And she's like, wait,
Yeah.
I'll figure something out.
I'll
I'll
figure
figure
it
something out. That's how you got to treat your why. Thank you,
That's a valid
Amanda.
point. Yes, thank you.
That came from I'll give you guys a couple of book suggestions that have helped me tremendously. That one's from one called Entrepreneur Roller Coaster by Darren Hardy, if I'm not mistaken. And he says it's like, if your why is strong enough, you will figure it out. And that's what you got to understand. You have to have a reason why. My why was financial freedom. I was sleeping on the couch at my mama's place, and I was like, I got to figure something out. I got to get out of this funk. I got to get out of this mess. But beyond that, I can't think that being in debt is the normal thing. So some of y'all just need to start with that. Just be like, I need to get out of debt. I'm tired of seeing everybody struggle around me. Right now, everybody's talking about a economic crisis and gas prices. I'm living in the Philippines. I don't have to worry about gas prices. I just shifted my atmosphere. I decided a new concept. I'm making money from America and Europe and I'm from all these countries, but I'm not dealing with the recession because I chose to do things differently. And that's what you have to realize. When you choose to raise above the circumstance, you literally rise above your circumstance. So you got to see things beyond the ground level. You got to raise yourself higher. But the only way you raise yourself higher is by building yourself up. Every morning, you got to build yourself up. You got to let go of depression. And if any of you follow me enough on social media, I talk about that because I went through it. I had to put Miles Monroe in my ear and go for a run. You want to break out of anxiety and depression? Here's what depression is. Depression is the fear that your best days already passed. And anxiety is the fear of a failed future. I worked in the ER for 8 years. I saw 100,000 people sick. I saw kids on these medications. I saw all these people on it. And I learned that a lot of it was a lack of a dream, a cognitive dissonance, which means you have this strong belief, but your life is not in alignment with it. You have to let go of what is not in alignment with your desires. People, places, things. Because it is your fruit that's going to speak for you. Even if you're not financially free, if there's joy in your voice, people will latch onto you and say, what is it about you? And you're going to say, it's the fact that I believe in my dreams. And this is the business I'm using to make it happen. This is a vehicle. I want you to realize the business, you didn't like grow up thinking, oh, I want to just do this and I want to sell supplements. No, but you're like, I want to do great things. So I'm going to use this vehicle to do the great things. You have to see it as the vehicle. This business is a vehicle to get you there. This is a vehicle. This is a tool set. This is to get you to where you need to get to. And it's just the beginning. But I need you to realize that the end is made known in the beginning. So when I ask you, why are you on this call right now? You have to really sit here and be like, am I just on this call because I felt pressured to be here or because I really need some answers? Well, I want you to know I can't give you the answer. Your heart knows its answer. The heart knows its own joy and the heart knows its own bitterness. You need to let go of other people approving your next step. Hey, I think I'm gonna stop telling people what you think you're gonna do and just do it. Because honestly, I'm actually listening to this book called Shoe Dog. I set a goal to listen to 100 books this year, and I'm on my second book. And the Shoe Dog is about the creator of Nike. And his family was like, "You want to go to Japan? Japan just had a war. Think about it, $1 billion company." And he wanted to go to Japan and create a sneaker, but it was at the time that Japan was at war with the US. So they were like, "No, you're crazy. Your crazy ideas just might be the idea that gets you crazy rich." So it's like, it's not going to make sense until it makes sense. But you have to let go. That's another thing. You have to let go of the fact that you think you're crazy. You're not crazy. You're just a wild dreamer. You're a child. Some people really think you're crazy. They're like, "Oh, you put on all this time in your dreams, you make vision boards, you show up online, you're doing this and nothing's coming out of it." You got to get them out of your ear. You need to have a mental Q-tip and clean out some of that foolishness. And the last thing you guys need to let go of is the lies. I want you to write out on a sheet of paper every single hurtful word that people have said about you at any moment of your life on a different sheet of paper, because we're going to destroy this. So don't write it on the back of the other one. Write it on a different sheet of paper, on its own sheet of paper. Title it really big, LIES, and write down every hurtful word that has ever been spoken to you. You have to do the groundwork and get your hands dirty before you plant a new seed. Y'all are not going to leave here the same, because you're about to release some stuff that you need to let go of. And the thing is, any word that comes to your mind right now is a word that's been resonating within your thoughts, but you're about to release it. People have called you dumb. They've called you stupid. They've called you ugly. They've told you shut up. They told you sit in the back. You're making too much noise. They've silenced you. Well, we live in a world of light and darkness wants to keep you bound. Light wants to set you free. So when you're aiming for financial freedom, you're literally fighting against the forces of darkness to stay bound. And the trauma that you've gone through was to keep you small, because you are called to shake this earth. And it's been taking so long because when an elephant births, it takes longer than 9 months, but when it touches the ground, it shakes the earth. So your dream has been taking a while because something needs to birth. It's been feeling like it's taken a while. A bamboo effect. A bamboo gets planted in the ground and it takes 5 years, but then it grows at astronomical heights, and it doesn't grow alone. You're not just going to grow alone. You're taking people up the mountain with you. So what you're battling in this process of financial freedom is that you're also, the things that you're going to build are going to set other people free. So when you are free, you bring the whole town with you. So when you write out these lies and you do the necessary work, I call this the detox the soul. I have a workshop on this. When you write out the lies and you detox your soul, you're also healing how you're going to parent your child. Because you may be trying to prove yourself a good mother to your child because someone at one point told you you're a bad mother. You see, someone told you that you're not smart, so you think you're a bad mother because you're not making wise decisions with your children. I'm going deep into psychology because 90% of sales is psychology. You're not closing a sale because you're not sold on yourself. And I'm going to tell you something. The main message of today is let go. Let go of the lies. Let go of the limiting beliefs. Let go of the opinions of others. Just let it all go. Because you imagine you're going on a trip. Before I went on this trip to Asia, I gave away a lot of clothes to homeless people. On my birthday last year, I gave away a lot of clothes because I realized I don't need all this clothes. And then as I'm headed from Malibu to Singapore, I let go of more clothes. I'm like, I don't want to carry all this clothes. Well, I want you to realize, until you settle into the promised land, like you're carrying a bunch of burdens in the journey, and it's exhausting. And those burdens are everybody else's weight on you. I was coaching a group of women to lose weight, and I said, if the more that you address the thoughts that you have emotionally trapped, the better you will look in a dress. Y'all could use that as you coach women. Yeah, you could take this supplement, but if you're carrying your depression, it ain't gonna do much because you're still gonna eat bad and you're still gonna hate yourself. If y'all start working, I mean, look, y'all could start a force. I don't know what you guys are selling health products, but if you also sell the product of loving yourself, You could be the revolutionary team out here, because who else is selling that in network marketing? And that's why I do a course called Social Media. When you show up online, it's not just that you're selling something, it's that you're bringing freedom to people's lives, and you're showing them like, hey, show up and be great. And I'm going to tell you something. If y'all are done, did y'all write out your lies? Everybody wrote out their lies. Give me a thumbs up. We wrote out the lies. Okay. I want you to do something very important. Read the lies. It's very uncomfortable, but your brain needs to realize that these are lies. So read the title that says lies, and now read the words. All right, destroy them. Tear them up. If you want, you can tear them up like this. Let everybody know. And realize it was a lie. So as you tear it up, just tear it up. Come on, tear them up. Tear them up. This is going to be one of the best workshops you could do. I've done this at addiction recovery centers. I did this in Chicago in schools that were poor. I did this to over 140 kids in another part of the school in Chicago. Middle school kids didn't think they were smart. They didn't think they could live their dreams. I've done this in different, I went on a 12-city tour in the US, and I had people do this in different cities. And you know what? A child came out of it, because the child in you didn't believe those lies. The adult believed it. As you tear that up, you return back to your childlike joy when people just edified you. No one really tears down a child. They edify them. But the adult, or the kid who's like trying to learn, they tell them, oh, you're kind of stupid. And the kids start picking on them. And before you could have low self-esteem, you had a strong self-esteem. You want to know the proof that you had a strong self-esteem? You learned how to walk. If adults had to learn how to walk, they'd be like, oh no, I'll never be able to walk. Oh, I'm just gonna sit here in my corner. Oh no. The proof of it, you tell somebody to quit their job. Oh no, I'll never make money. There's no other option. You see, you defied gravity when you chose to go from crawling to walking, because you decided to stand up. You decided to use your knees. That's what you got to do now. You got to go back into that belief system of that little child that would crawl, and when they would walk and they would fall, they'd get their butt up and walk again. It is your appetite for staying the same and scared of falling that has kept you so stuck. And I want y'all to realize I never speak just to speak. I speak to empower. And I usually don't speak just to followers. I speak to leaders. Every single one of you here listening to the sound of my voice probably has a very strong calling in leadership, and you don't even recognize it. Do you know that Moses, when he was called to set the captives free, he said, no, God, don't use me. I stutter. So some of you are like, I'm not good at business. I'm not good at this. If you're on this call, you're good at something, because I don't just speak to anybody. I really don't. I'm too busy to just be speaking to anybody. And it's my birthday kind of still in America. So I don't just be speaking. But Amy is incredible. So when she asked about it, I was like, let's go. I got you. But I care about souls. And for some reason, my soul connected to this group, and I was willing to do this. But I need you to connect with you and ask yourself, why am I on this call right now? Why am I listening to what Branden saying? Why is this moment happening right now? Now that you eliminated the lies, because the lies get in the way of the truth. Your brain is made up of matter, so it takes up space. Here in my house right now, if I had a bunch of boxes, it would take up the space. So if you have a bunch of lies, it's taking up the space for new ideas. Now that you know lies, recognize when they come back up. Realize the lies. And if there's people around you that are still saying the lies, either call it out or call it a lie in your head. Because you need to recognize that you're not going from idiot to intelligent. You were never an idiot. And we live in a dark world. And when people speak, it's not them. It's literally a force that comes inside of them that is spoken to keep you bound. I was raised in psychological, verbal, and possibly sexual abuse to keep me bound. But do you see the force that I am today? So every force of darkness to keep me bound. I was thrown against furniture and told I was worthless. When I tell you to write these lies out, it's because I had to remove them for myself. I couldn't be where I am today. And the moment I realized some of these lies is when I had to brainstorm. Ladies, if you dedicate 30 minutes every day to brainstorm and to problem solve, you will become one of the wisest women on earth. The greatest problem America faces, or the world faces, is they don't think, they respond. And women have a tendency to respond more than men. The baby cries, the woman responds way faster. The man's like, hold on, I'll get to it. Something happens, the woman's like, all right, let's go, let's get it. And the guy's kind of like, all right, we're going to get to it. You see, you women have a tendency to respond, but emotions keep you captive too. When you brainstorm, don't get emotional unless it's the emotion of the passion towards your dream. Don't get emotional towards your bank account and try to brainstorm because it will block your blessing. I need you to have this process. And as you show up as an executive, you can't let emotions move you. And also emotional manipulation. Do not let I feel this so heavy, do not let your kids talk you out of your brainstorming time. Because some of you are like, I don't want to be a bad mom. No, you're going to give them the date, your kid date. We got our play date. We got our thing, but mommy needs her time. Why? Because when mommy's financially free, you can have a lot more than what we got right now. I love you. I love you enough to sacrifice my time with you at this moment to build what I need to build so that I could bless you more. Do not be emotionally manipulated by family as you build your wealth and feel like, oh, I need to help them. You can help them way more when you are not on a life jacket in the middle of the ocean, but you got a whole yacht. You see, I feel that that's heavy, that y'all have been under attack of emotional manipulation. Like, oh no, don't focus on your business, focus here. But whatever you focus on, you feed, and whatever you feed grows. If right now it's the season that you need to sacrifice everything to feed your dream, then so be it. Don't pick up, here's a word for you. Don't pick up overtime at your job just because there's a need there, because you need financial freedom. They could replace, I almost cursed, they could replace your butt very quickly if you act up. But you can't be replacing your dream for overtime. Your overtime needs to be in problem solving. And if you believe you were created for greatness, then tap into your divine creator at times when things are getting tight and say, hey, you made me out here. I didn't choose to live out here. I didn't choose to be here in this time of the recession. I'm just existing. So what am I here for? And the more that you tap into that, you get an answer. And I need you to pay attention to glimpses of your dream. When you close your eyes and you see yourself traveling the world, realize it's because the world needs to meet you. I've desired to come to the Philippines since 2017. I'm building a school for children with autism. There's been a need here. And I'm meeting the desire. So the desire of my heart was connected to my mission. And your mission, you ready? Your mission awaits you. It awaits you. It's waiting for you. And I need you to show up as the fullness of you. Use every talent, treasure you have. I'm also a singer, but I didn't sing for so many years. I tried out for American Idol in 2008. I got shut down. I gave up my dream for singing. Now I decided I'm going to record an album and I'm going to do all these things. Why? Because I can't go to the grave with this song. It's not just your network marketing company. Your network marketing company is a glimpse of it. But don't stop there. Tap into the fullness of you. Don't go to maybe you got to write books on how to climb this mountain and how to be free. Maybe you got to write books on parenting. You have more than that. Create multiple streams. It's not just this business. This business is the first tool to give you the idea. It got you to start thinking outside of the box because you were in this matrix that said a retirement check was the greatest thing for you. But then you realize you're like, yo, this retirement check sucks. And it does. You know why? It sucks. You know why? Because it's selfish. It won't reach your grandchildren. And the ancient proverb says that a righteous person leaves an inheritance to their grandchildren. So when you're doing all of this, it's not just to bless your child, it's to bless your grandchild and their children. Because the seeds that you plant today will be the shelter and the tree that your children get and the fruit that your grandchildren eat from. And that's what you got to realize. It's beyond you. So when you show up to brainstorm and you show up to grow and you show up to build, it's because it's beyond you. And there is a divine designer that wants to give you the ideas because the passions of your heart were placed there. You didn't choose your desires. You didn't choose your passions. If you go into the innocence, there was a seed of greatness planted there, and you didn't choose it. It's already in you. So the more that you tap into that greatness and the more that you tap into who you are, you'll begin to recognize, you're like, wait, there's a part of me that I haven't seen. You know why? Because the same way you understand the words coming out of my mouth because you were taught the English language, y'all were taught low self-esteem as well. And low self-esteem in a promised land, they can't operate in the same place, because you could be getting blessed, but then your biggest fear is, when is it going to leave? Or do I even deserve this? I want you to start having a why not me. Anybody you see that's doing something that's epic, they're traveling the world, you say, why not me? Not like, oh, I'm never going to be there. No, it's like, why not me? Y'all are hearing the top speakers crushing it in sales. Why not me? What makes the difference? It's not even the time. Because I heard this in John Maxwell, one of his laws of growth. He was saying time time experience is not life's greatest teacher. Evaluating experiences is life's greatest teacher. Because you could be just going through life, but if you ain't learning the lesson, you're just messing it up. You're not growing through life. Success leaves clues. When you listen to top speakers, pay attention to the success that left clues. And it's not always the message they're saying, there's like a deeper message to it. The Bible says, seek wisdom more than jewels and gems. Beyond seeking money, seek wisdom. Because when you do have financial freedom, you also want to be a wise steward. You know, so many people win the lotto and lose it or end their life because they don't know what to do with it. So y'all want this huge breakthrough. I want to go viral. I want to make all this money. I just want to have this big breakthrough. I want to. But what if you don't know what to do with it? So every day, pray for wisdom. Pray for wisdom. Seek wisdom. If you're not at the level you want to be at, stand on books. Here's a really good book, Magic of Thinking Big. I think it's the 25 biblical laws of success. The richest man who ever lived. Entrepreneur roller coaster. Switch Your Brain. I think it's called Switch Your Brain by Caroline Leaf. Very, very powerful. She's a neuroscientist who says that every day your brain has the ability to create new synapses. You know, back in the day, they used to threaten us. If you drink alcohol, you're going to lose brain cells. So some of y'all came from a life of partying. You're like, I got no more brain cells to think. Well, the truth is you get new brain cells every day. And your brain still it's still malleable. You're still able to learn a language at no matter what age. And I feel like this needs to be taught. You're never too old to learn sales. You're never too old to learn business. I used to think some people were born salesmen. I was told that, oh, that's a natural born salesman. No. Sales is taught. And I read this book one time, and I think it was called The Greatest Salesman Who Ever Lived. And it was saying that love closes every sale. The love for your dreams, the love for people. People can feel if you love them, if you're offering them something that they need. You know, I've learned to just love people beyond what I'm offering them. Or if I'm going to offer something to them, it's because I know that they really need it. Don't just try to sell, because then you're just seen like everybody else. But if you really care about people and you investigate and you problem solve and you want to connect them to your products, love what you have in your hands too. Investigate the ingredients. Love the business you have, and it's going to show through everything you do. If you love your husband, he's going to be on your pictures on social media, right? So throughout your day, you love your products, you could show it throughout your day. Now, if all you're doing is showing, hey, this is my product, check it out, people are like, oh, this person's trying to sell. Nobody likes to be sold to, but everyone loves to buy. Amazon is $1 trillion company, but people don't want to be sold to, but people are buying every freaking day. And during the pandemic, people bought nonsense. Okay? And one thing is, currency is a flow. You just want currency to flow towards you. But people need to know you exist if they're ever going to buy from you. And if people need to know you exist, you got to show up online. I tell people all the time, you can create a little stand-up business, but the chances that 100 people are going to see your business that day is rare, because you can't guarantee people are going to walk into your store. If you have 100 followers on Instagram, yeah, maybe a small percentage are seeing it, but you have a revolving door of 100 people going into your page. Think about that. Like, you're getting eyeballs. And one thing is, it takes about 12 times for somebody to decide to make a decision. I live in Miami, and they sell the iPhone through this huge billboard. In Miami, there's a huge billboard for an iPhone. Shout out to iPhone users. Huge billboard for iPhones. And I didn't want to buy it. But then before I went on my trip to Asia, just the desire to get the iPhone came. And I realized it's because I kept seeing that billboard just show up as a billboard. Sometimes you don't got to say much. You're just showing your life. Stories sell, facts tell. You don't always got to talk about what your product does, because then they automatically know you're selling it to them. Just show them that you take it. You have a workout product. Just finished my workout. I took my supplement. I'm good to go. They don't even know that you're selling a product. And then you're gonna be like, "Ooh, girl, you're looking good. What are you taking? Here you go." You see, it's just you sell the story. Kylie Jenner is a billionaire right now because she had a camera following her since she was 12. And now she decides to sell lip gloss and everybody wants to buy it because they followed her life. Show people your story. Brainstorm and say, just finished my session of brainstorming. I'm showing people the story of me showing up as a pop star. People are watching me putting sounds together, going to recording music, all this. They're watching the whole thing. So when I'm selling out concerts, they saw everything and they're going to want to be the first ones at my concert. Same thing with y'all. Y'all see yourself as public speakers and coaches and doing great things beyond. I know Amy has a desire to do great things, have retreats, all this stuff. Well, people are watching her as of now to see if they'll ever buy from her retreat. The world is watching you. Stop being scared of that and direct it towards your dreams. Businesses are built through people. Stop ostracizing yourself from people. And just tell yourself you're going to be one of the greatest people on this earth. You guys are celebrating Martin Luther King. What was it? He had a dream. Your greatness lies within your dream. So let it all go. Just, I do something called, it's kind of like meditation homework with my Growth Academy students. Amy's one of my growth scholars. We're doing 24 weeks of growth. And I tell them sometimes, like, I just want you to meditate on this. When you get off of this video, don't rush into the TV. Don't rush into your kids. I need you to give yourself about 10 minutes to meditate. Because when I speak, I say a lot in a short amount of time. I've said a lot. And sometimes it's too much to take in. But if you stop, your brain will catch up with you. When you stop and reflect, I want you to ask yourself, what did I learn? And how can I apply this? And the most important thing is, what must I let go of in order to grow into the woman that I desire to be? And I have a YouTube video. If you guys look up my name, Branden Alaen, Branden, and then Alaen, Alaen. I have a YouTube video. I have a couple. One's called Why on Earth Are You Here? And the other one is called Realm of Possibilities. In the Realm of Possibilities, it's a 6-minute meditation where I take you through your future home and you're seeing the house that you desire to walk in. And it's just, you begin to experience the future as if it's now. But your future desires are not meant to paralyze you. They're meant to propel you. They're there to give you a preview so that you can look past your depression. So you know what? I feel led to do that with you guys right now. If you don't mind, if you could all close your eyes, and I'm going to walk you through the future version of you if you were financially free. All right, so if everybody can just close their eyes, take a deep breath in through your nose, hold it in 4 seconds, and breathe out about 8 seconds like you're fogging up a windshield. All right, we're gonna do it 3 more times. Again. Okay, keep breathing. All right, I'm gonna create a melodic sound. And I want you to start walking through the hallways of the house of your dreams. What do the floors look like as your feet touch the floor? You're looking at the picture frames on the hallway, and it's showing you what's happened in the last 5 years now that you're financially free. The pictures are showing you how you reached that freedom, events that you've gone through, places you've traveled to. What are you seeing? Are you seeing smiles? Are you seeing breakthrough? Keep going. Look at those pictures. Now you're looking at a picture of your family. Where is your family in that photo? Your future family, your future husband. You're seeing your family travel the world. What places did you go to? And now you're getting to the end and you see a table and a shelf and you see a bunch of awards from your company that you're at right now. And it's saying certain things. What awards are you beginning to see? Now I want you to traject yourself onto the stage receiving that award. What are you saying on the microphone? And you have one message to the world of how you got there. What is that message? And the people in the audience begin to cry. Who is your audience? All right, you can open your eyes. Y'all just did a very powerful projection. What you saw was not to torment you, it was to prepare you. You see, it's so easy to have thoughts of a failed future, and it's hard to see a promised future. The message you said is the answer to how you're going to get out of here. And the audience you saw is the audience you're called to speak to. Every day you show up to your greatness, you have to think about who needs to hear your story. And the resistance you've been feeling is because when you hit breakthrough, you will shake the earth. And that is it from my end. You all are free to follow me on social media. That's a glimpse of me. Imagine having me on your timeline every day. It just gets even more and more and more because I am living it. I literally work fully for myself. I have freedom of time, which I believe beyond freedom of finances, because I've met people that are very financially wealthy but don't have free time. So I was like, I'll take the free time before I get the free financial freedom. I'll take both, because I needed peace with my time. Because if not, I'd have to ask for my job to give you off to be speaking into your life. Desire freedom of time. Increase your appetite for more. Make space for more. And be cautious of who you follow and where they're headed. If you think that I just led you in the right direction, keep me in your ear. I have a YouTube channel. I have courses. I have one-on-one coaching. I don't believe in coincidences. If you resonated with how I am, there's a reason. Life happens in moments. And y'all can unmic and let me know how you feel at this moment. Or if you can, on social media, you could put up a story, say, hey, this really impacted me. Because not everybody gets these encounters in a group setting. But most importantly, every day I level myself up. So when I speak to people, I take them even further. My first workshops were not at the level they are here. When you level up, it's because everyone who's about to meet you is going to be blessed by it. I had to break out of my depression, limiting beliefs, lack of thinking that I wasn't good at business. I thought I was stupid. How could I lead a sales team call if I thought I was stupid? You see, you have to break all these things because the world needs you. Did y'all need this today? You can unmic. Y'all needed this?
Very much so.
So much. Yeah. This, you hit on, like head on with so many things with me, and that I had to share when you said to write down the lies on the paper. I had done that before, and I have not done that or even thought about that in so many years, and I forgot how empowering that is. So thanks for just bringing that up again.
Usually when an assignment comes back, it's because it wasn't fully completed. Sometimes when you go back to it, you're ready. You know, a lot of times we go to therapy and we're not always ready. And the therapy, the greatest therapy is the internal, because we can be given all the assignments, but if we're not ready to go that deep or that dark and get our hands dirty, or just don't understand the need for it, we kind of scratch the surface. Like as a little kid, I went through therapy when DCF got involved and all this stuff was happening, but I didn't understand it. And then as a grown adult, when I was losing everything, then I went to therapy and I was like, all right, let's figure this out. And then even more. So there's deeper levels. There's always room for more discovery of self. Mankind knows more about outer space than they do about their oceans. There's about 70% of the oceans that haven't been discovered. There's so much to you that you haven't discovered, but the more you discover it, the more powerful you become. So I'm proud of you, Amanda, even though I picked on you in class today. I was like, Amanda, we're
Right.
gonna
I needed it.
And
thank you.
and shout out to Amy for setting this up. I mean,
Shout out to
Amy
you
is a
for doing
rock
it
star.
for us. Like, I
Yeah.
already knew that you were straight fire, and I'm like, my whole team, all my peeps, they need a little taste of Branden. And I just really appreciate you doing this for us, Branden. And happy birthday again to you. I'm super excited. I've been like following your stories, and I'm like, look at him just go. Like, can you tell us a little bit too, like how it went on your birthday? Like they gave you a surprise party at with the kids with autism. Like,
Yeah.
that's just so.
So I had no plans for my birthday fully established because I'm living in another country. I'm not with my family. I'm not with my friends. I have new friends and I have like new family and stuff. But you're not going to be so demanding because it's all new people. You know, it's not like, oh, we're gonna set this up. So I kind of didn't have a lot of plans. I was going to go out of town with some friends, but it didn't end up happening. And then I was like, all right, let's go out to a night out. And we go to this really cool rooftop deck, and a bunch of people showed up. And I was like, wow, even back home, not all my friends would show up to this. Everybody said yes, and it wouldn't be the same way. And that's a big thing about being where you're celebrated, not just tolerated. And that's a whole other message. But then that weekend, I was like, you know what? I'm going to call up Budding Flowers, which is a school of autism that I've been working on expanding. If any of you are interested, message Amy so she can add you to our chat. But my biggest dream, as I told you, I went through a lot of hell as a kid, is to have safe place organizations for children across the world. And as I'm here in the Philippines, there's a high need for it. And when I work with the children with autism, it's just like my heart beats because I'm like, I don't have the funds at this moment. I don't have the funds yet. I can't make the investment yet. You see, there's a psychology to how you speak. It's like, oh, I don't got the money. No. I can't make that investment yet. It's not, oh, I'm broke, I can't do it. No, I can't make the investment at this moment. I feel like that needed to be said as well. But I realized I could help out this school with fundraising because I fundraised my entire tour. We fundraised over $6,000 for me to travel across the US to speak. So I'm like, I have a gift in being able to collect funds. So I called a lady and I said, hey, I just want to go to the school and maybe color with the kids and draw our dreams. And she flipped it around and made it a surprise party for me and all the kids. I'll show you guys actually, because this is what greatness does. Greatness gets you to people that love you. And like, look, they wrote little cards for me. Happy birthday, Branden. I don't know. I think that's a cake. These are children with autism. Grateful that I'm also Mr. USA. I've competed like Miss Universe, but for men 3 different times. in male pageants. And so they had Mr. USA go to their school. So then they like, oh my God, Mr. USA is here. Let's make them birthday cards. And they wrote like beautiful messages, and they made me like a happy birthday sign. And I got emotional. I stepped out of the room and I almost like bawled crying. I was like, get it together. Because I literally felt God say, like, this is just the beginning of your birthdays being like this. Because I want to expand more and more. And I would love to hang out with orphans and children for my birthday every year. And I got a vision. And that's the thing, like, allow the visions to come in. You're not crazy. You're getting previews. You see, we were created by a divine creator that's very big in details. So the more that you can see the details of your dream, the more it materializes. When your house is being a blueprint, if the walls are not drawn, then all you see is the outside. But more you can draw the walls. And that's why when I take you through meditation, I say, where have you traveled to? It's not, I want to travel the world. What countries did you go to? What does your family look like? Are you smiling? But also, I need you to recognize when you go to those visions, who's the woman receiving the award? Because it's not the woman listening at this moment. There's more to you. And I like this quote that I've developed. It's like, see him, be him. When I talk to men, like, see her, be her. See the woman that received the award. See the woman that spoke on stage, and be that woman. So when I stepped out of the room, I got emotional because I realized, like, this is my dream. I've always wanted to create safe place organizations. The organization I want to create is called Daddy's Got You. It's about God putting a dream into a man's heart to produce homes for kids who are on the streets. Like, God cares about the kids that much. He'll put it in this wild dreamer, Mr. USA, to build it. So when I say daddy, it's not me, it's God is their daddy. And it's like, yesterday I was holding, I had a young kid in my arms. He's 13 with the mind of a 6-year-old. I don't know. Can I share a photo? How does that work? Whoa, sorry. I think this is going to bless your soul. I think I might be able to share a photo. Here we go. So it says, Jacob uses a wheelchair. I showed him pictures of my Mr. USA journey and recent animal adventures, and he was in awe of me and my wildlife. He couldn't stop staring at me. He told his parents that morning, we're going to see Branden. He's 13 with the mind of a 6-year-old. I could feel his innocent soul and heart. I looked into his eyes. I could feel the wars he battled in his mind as he tries to catch up with his age. As I looked into his eyes, I saw the storm of his mind finally silence. Light literally broke through his pupil. This moment here was a glimpse of my destiny. How do I stop the share now? Oh, there we go. So you see the dreams and everything that you desire, and the cat on the screen. I love it. My brother had a cat. It used to always happen to me. It's all good. The dreams that you desire, and it's beyond you. It's who needs to meet you. And just realize, like, when you stand in awe of these people doing these amazing things, you're called to be that person. I just had FaceTime with some of my family members, and none of them were dreamers. None of them had a vision board. I'm the only wild dreamer. And there was a lot of criticism from my family, like, go get a job, stop doing what you're doing. Everybody wanted to throw me into a job, but I knew that I needed freedom of time in order to think, because your thinking space is the most important thing. When you give yourself time to think, you will reach that next level. But yeah, so that was a glimpse of yesterday.
Thank you so much for sharing that, Branden. I know I saw a little bit of it in your stories, and I'm like, ooh, I got to ask him if he can share a little bit of that on our call tonight. So I'm looking in the chat, and one of our amazing leaders, Jamie Ravelli, asked a question. She said, what tracks did you complete on the John Maxwell team?
So I did the Leadership Within You 2.0. I've been teaching it, and Laws of Growth, but I did the track on my own. So I am a rebellious student. I create my own courses. So I didn't just take his tracks. I'm actually teaching it now in my Growth Academy along with a bunch of other courses. But I'm a very big person of, like, show me the information that I need for this moment of my life. I did that in the university. I actually dropped out of college because I wanted to heal people, and they were making me take trigonometry and physics. And I was like, I'm not trying to tell you how fast the fan is spinning. I want to heal bodies. So when it comes to the Growth Academy, when it comes to the John Maxwell course, I am actually still a student. Even though I have the certification, I'm constantly learning. And as I teach other people, I learn it more. The track system was a bit complicating. And I'm gonna be honest with y'all, like the John Maxwell thing is good, but it could become very overwhelming. The reason I created my own academy is because I realized so many people get a John Maxwell certification and still are like, what the heck do I do? Because it's not tailored to a specific thing. It's like thousands of information and sensory overload takes place. And then you just feel like, I don't know what to study. I don't know where to go. So I kind of created my own thing and included like social media courses and all of that, because I noticed there was sales, but there wasn't social media. And I'm very big on social media. As I told you, I have about 45,000 people now accumulated. And I do a story every day. Since 2017, I've been showing my life every day. So that's what's gotten me the credibility. That's what's grown me. That's why when I fundraise, people are there for it, to realize that you want to build an organization, people need to trust you. So let them trust you now that they believe you. People have to know, like, and trust you, not just to buy from your products, but to give you connections and everything you do. This is your new resume. When you choose to step out of the corporate system, your resume is the proof. I just showed you that I was in a school of autism. Now, if I didn't have that evidence, there's a chance you don't believe me. So have the proof and document everything. So to answer your question, I did do the sales training and the coaching, but I'm still a student. I'm constantly learning. And I just decided to study 4 books. So Everyone Communicates, Few Connect, Leader Within You 2.0, Laws of Growth, and Change Your World. And I'm teaching that to my growth scholars.
Thank you, Branden.
Any other question? No problem.
Very much. I don't know. I just wanted to ask Jamie if she had any other questions or if she's good. She's good. Okay, she gave me a thumbs up.
Awesome.
I don't know if anybody else here has any questions. I'm loving Brooke's cat, by the way. Branden, remember cats? I have 4 and I have a tabby.
Oh, I have a message for you about cats. You know, we think cats have 9 lives. Well, you have 1. So get it together. There's a lot of times they're just like, oh, I got time. No, you don't have time. You got to get your dream together. This is your only life. And I realized that one time when I saw a cat, and I was like, sometimes humans think they're cats. Like, oh, we got all these No, like you got one chance to make this happen, and it's create a sense of urgency. Strip yourself of your security blanket. Don't allow your comfort zone to be comfortable anymore, because your comfort zone is literally, it's seducing you to stay the same. And I heard something one time from Steve Jobs, and it got me to quit my job the next day. I'm wild like that. It was like, you know what? I can't do it. I was already in trouble. And they put me on like a 6-month probation, and it was so uncomfortable because when you're on a 6-month probation, you feel like you're walking on eggshells at a job, and it's the most uncomfortable feeling. And I heard Steve Jobs say, like, if you have to keep asking yourself, why am I here? Then ask yourself, why are you here? So with your job right now, if you're like, why am I in this job? I need you to have a sit down and say, if I'm not feeding my dream every moment I'm out of this job, then I am literally in dissonance. Like I am in a disconnect between the truth of what I want for my life versus what I'm living in my life. But if every time you're at work, you get time off, like it's a little slow, start brainstorming your way out of there. That's what my grandfather did. He brainstormed his way out of Cuba. Like he had to get out of Cuba. Communism was too much, and a lot of these jobs are prisons. They guarantee your retirement check, but they take your freedom of time. If you want to travel to Hawaii, which is what happened to me, that started making me realize, like, I can't do this. My grandparents invited me on a trip to Hawaii, and my PTO was there, but it wasn't there when I requested it. It was going to be there before I left, which was stupid, like, rules that were happening. And I can't deal with stupid rules. That's just me. I rebel against them too. It has to make sense for me to follow it. And Laws of Leadership Within You 2.0 talks about that. Like when people are like, oh, because I said so, I've never been about that. I guess coming from like a very dictator parenting, I don't go by because I said so. You need to explain yourself. So my job was not understanding. And because it was a vocal thing, like, hey, I want to request PTO, they said no, because I used their system against them. And since I didn't document that I was gonna do PTO, I just called in sick for 10 days when I went to Hawaii. And they hated me ever since that, and they made my life a living hell. But I went to Hawaii, and I realized I wanted to see the world. So you see, That's when it said, like, why am I here? Why am I dealing with this? Why do I have to fight with you to go spend time with my grandparents? It starts becoming like a thing of like, you know what, this doesn't make sense. And I want you guys to, I feel this is necessary. What took place today is a birthing of a baby, right? You don't go around telling everybody when you think you're pregnant. Let it settle in you first before you go and start sharing all of this with others. It says that when Mary was told that she was going to have Jesus, she pondered in her heart what just took place. I want you to ponder more what just took place, because sometimes we seek other people's acceptance of what we're about to do, and it'll ruin the process. So really, even if you got a spouse, like, you don't have to say everything that was said in the workshop, because then if they throw you off a little bit right there, you're gonna just be like, forget it. No, you need to, your heart knows its own bitterness, your heart knows its own passion, and let your fruits speak for itself. And the fruit is, the baby bump speaks for itself. You can't hide you're pregnant after a while. So the dream is going to speak for itself. I've been calling myself a wild dreamer with the vision board. Now I could say, for my birthday, I'm in the Philippines helping a school with autism. Like, it's in my story. It's no longer a vision board. Philippines was on my vision board. Now it's my birthday. You see, it's like, it will speak for itself. So I just wanted to share that. I know we went way over time, and I want to tell you, I honor that you guys listened this long.
Thank you so much. And it's just not a coincidence that you're mentioning birthing or being pregnant, because we do have a mama on here who just announced to us on Saturday, Eastern time, that she's expecting her third child. And we are super pumped about it.
Congrats.
Yeah, it's really cool.
So as she has this child, I want you all to realize that you are being blessed with the dream. You're pregnant with that dream. What are the key things about being pregnant? You're careful with what you eat. You don't let yourself, like, there's certain environments you can't be in. Treat it the same way. Get away from the negative people in this season. Like, set up boundaries. I've learned boundaries. I've had to set boundaries and it is, boundaries is the best form of self-love. If your girlfriend's at every time you're eating with them, like, oh girl, you're still doing that business, like, set up the boundary that you're not going to have lunch with her. Like, you can love her from far, but you can't have the negativity because you're so familiar with them. Your greatness and the people, if your greatness isn't recognized in certain people, set up the boundary that you're not going to keep trying to perform and try to prove it to them. Okay, when your business is doing good, set up the boundary that you're not going to have to go and tell everybody, hey, it's doing good finally, because I was that person. I was competing for Mr. Universe, so that my family could see he's not a loser sleeping on his mama's couch. I realized, like, no, I need to do this because I have great plans for my future, for who I am. So it's not that you're proving to people that you're great. It's that you're going to step into your greatness because you need to prove it to yourself. Because the most important voice is the one that you hear every day, which is your own. And even more important than God's voice, because God can say that you're great, but if you're telling yourself otherwise, you're living based off of what you hear, not by what you're told.
Holy moly, ladies, like, seriously, was this not straight fire tonight? And I know that this is getting really late, so I know we'll end this very soon. Because going
What are you
on
talking about? It's early. It's 10 a.m. out here. What you
Yes.
talking about?
We'll be Eastern timers over here. It's going on 9:30. But
No, I
no,
know.
this has just been super epic. Like, I already knew it. I was like telling all of them in the chat, like, whoever can be on this call, be on this call, because it's going to be amazing. So I see Abby is still here. So I don't know if she's able to come on camera. I don't know if Abby has any last words before we close this out. But Branden, again, just happy birthday. I'm super pumped that you were able to go and do those things on your birthday and be with those children with the disadvantages, as you were calling, you were saying, instead of autism, it's disadvantages. So it's just all heartwarming, and it's, all of us are on the same boat. We're just doing this together, and we are going to shake the earth.
One last word I have for y'all. if anything I said really resonated with you, it's because there's something about what I'm doing that you will do too. You know, sometimes we're introduced to certain people that attach us to our destiny because it's a new template and a new way of thinking. And it's not easy to find those people, but when you find them, realize it's also like a why not me? You know, like why not me be able to travel and build these organizations? Like this is not to paralyze you. This is not to make you feel behind. This is not to make you feel like a loser at all. Not to make you feel like, oh my gosh, how am I going to get there? It's to give you hope. It's to give you a glimpse of the end in mind. And as you pray for wisdom, I also want you to pray for, you could say, God, what does the end look like? What does the end look like? Like before I leave this earth, how did I shake the earth? How did I leave? You know, this is what I say. I say, we're so focused on reducing our carbon footprint. Well, let's focus on leaving a strong human footprint. And as you celebrate Martin Luther King Day, he left a strong human footprint because a lot of other people are not operating in greatness, and this man went against everything to build that. So focus on your strong human footprint. And like I said, follow me on social media for daily inspo. But beyond all of that, like if you want to go see it for yourself, if you go in my story right now on Instagram, you will see me hanging out with the children with autism. You'll see all of it birth forth. But a lot of it came from the healing that we did today. I had to do that lies assignment. I had to let go of people's opinions because I even got to the Philippines, but I had the wrong mindset. So I didn't understand it was the promised land. You could be in the right city, but you have the wrong mindset. So let it all go. And remember, ask yourself, what else do I need to let go of? So many blessings, y'all. I'm going to go run 3 miles because that's my morning routine. And I'm going to listen to the book on the creator of Nike because I'm out here to be a very powerful entrepreneur. So I got to learn from the people where I want to be. So who you listen to, you learn from. Who you learn from, you become. So start listening to the people that you want to learn from. And many, many blessings. I speak abundance over all of your life. And abundance is not just in wealth, it's also in joy, and it's in peace, and in health. Because your joy will help you enjoy your life and your money. And your peace will be the foundation that everything can grow on. So
Amen to all
yeah.
that. If everybody really quick can unmic and just give him a huge thank you for doing this. We really appreciate your time, Branden. We really do. I know that you're super busy, and I really greatly appreciate you doing this for us again. I just can't say it enough. So yeah, feel free. Go ahead, everybody.
Thank you. Happy birthday. Have fun over there.
Thank you. And Amy, if you have any photo of the group, feel free to send it to me. I'll add it to my sales coaching thing.
You know what? And actually, can we do a quick like from Super Saturday, right, ladies? What they
Let's see.
everybody wants to come on camera if you're comfortable enough to come on camera, or just step out of your comfort zone, like Coach Branden would say, and just get her done.
Yeah. If people need to know you to buy from you. So yes, break out of that. Let go of the shadows and step in front of the camera.
Need to see our faces. All right, so here we go. On the count of 3. Let's see. Hopefully this will cooperate. Bear with me, guys. Ladies. All right, here we go. 1, 2, 3. Okay, now do a goofy one. Ready?
Awesome.
Okay, thank you so much, Branden. Really appreciate you. And enjoy the rest of your day and go run those 3 miles.
Oh, by the way, if you guys go to my YouTube channel and watch Inner Child Joy, Amy stars in one of the videos of Inner Child Joy. She talks about her childhood. So that also helps you. Tapping into your inner child is going to help you reach financial freedom, because you got to be like a little kid again, believing in yourself, like you're a princess and you deserve everything that you want. And Amy actually talked about how she said, my inner child, it seems so long ago. And I said, but it's not so far from you, because it's you. So she actually spoke on there, and it's a very powerful video. So Amy, share it with your team. I'll send you the link on YouTube so you could hear that part, because it's going to help them heal a lot too. All right, without further ado, I'm out. Blessings. Take care, y'all. So
Thank
awesome meeting
you.
all you amazing women, the world's greatest leaders, right there.
Bye.
Have a good night, ladies. I'll share the
Bye.
recording shortly. Love you all.
Bye, Amy. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you all for being on. Love you guys.
Love you.